Imagine a time before the wonders of the microscopic world were known, when the secrets of life were hidden from human eyes. Back then, the tiniest mysteries of life were completely invisible to us, and people could only wonder what lay beyond the reach of their sight. For centuries, philosophers and scientists could only guess what made up living things, relying on imagination and speculation rather than evidence. Everything changed in 1595 in the Netherlands when Zacharias Janssen, a curious eyeglass maker, experimented by putting two lenses in a simple tube. Suddenly, the world looked bigger, 3 to 9 times bigger than ever before, revealing details no one had ever seen. With this simple invention, Janssen had created the first compound microscope, a tool that would forever change science. It was a humble device, but it opened up a hidden universe, making the invisible visible for the very first time. Now, scientists could explore drops of water and slices of plants, discovering entire worlds of life too small to see before, sparking endless curiosity. This invention was the key that unlocked the microscopic world, revealing creatures and structures no one had imagined. Each improvement in the microscope brought us closer to seeing the building blocks of life, allowing us to peer deeper and deeper into nature's secrets. The journey from Janssen's simple tube to today's powerful microscopes is the story of how we discovered the cell and began to understand life itself. Every living thing, from the largest whales to the tiniest germs, is made of these tiny, amazing parts called cells, each with its own story. And it all began with one brilliant idea, a spark of curiosity that changed the world forever. The adventure into the invisible had begun, opening up endless possibilities for discovery and wonder. The microscope didn't just magnify objects, it transformed science, opening up a whole new world that was previously invisible to the human eye. Before its invention, biology was mostly guesswork, based on what people could see or imagine. Suddenly, scientists could see the evidence for themselves, peering into a hidden universe that had always been there, just out of reach. As lenses improved, microscopes revealed details no one imagined: bustling life in a drop of water, intricate plant structures, and a complexity that challenged old beliefs. Drawings from these discoveries amazed the world, showing a hidden beauty and complexity that inspired curiosity and wonder. Science became a shared journey, with each discovery building on the last, as researchers compared notes and pushed boundaries together. The microscope led to breakthroughs in understanding growth, disease, and the processes that drive all living things. It allowed us to witness the very nature of life, from the smallest cell to the most complex organism. Without it, we wouldn't know about cells, bacteria, or the invisible agents that cause illness and shape our world. The microscope gave us the power to fight illness, develop vaccines, and understand how our bodies work at the tiniest level. Every new lens brought us closer to understanding what it means to be alive, revealing secrets layer by layer. The microscope turned biology into a science of discovery, not just observation, sparking a revolution in how we study life. It united scientists in a quest to explore the unseen, encouraging collaboration and innovation across generations. The impact was enormous. Modern medicine and biology are built on what microscopes revealed, shaping the world we live in today. The journey to see the invisible changed everything, opening doors to discoveries we never thought possible. And it all started with a simple lens, an invention that forever changed our understanding of life itself. Long before microscopes, Aristotle wondered what made things alive. He believed in spontaneous generation, the idea that life could spring from non-living matter, like frogs from mud. Without tools to see the tiny world, this seemed reasonable. Aristotle also tried to classify life, grouping animals by their traits and imagining a soul for every living thing. His questions laid the foundation for biology, even if his answers were limited by what he could see. But to truly understand life's building blocks, science needed a new tool. The microscope would soon provide the answers Aristotle could only imagine. In 1665, Robert Hooke used a powerful new microscope to look at a thin slice of cork. What he saw amazed him: thousands of tiny empty boxes like a honeycomb. He called them cells, after the small rooms monks lived in. Hooke didn't know these were the basic units of life. He only saw the cell walls of dead plant tissue. Still, his discovery was monumental. His book shared these wonders with the world, sparking curiosity everywhere. By naming these structures cells, Hooke gave future scientists a way to talk about the microscopic world. He opened the door to a universe no one knew existed. The true importance of cells would take centuries to uncover, but Hooke's first glimpse changed science forever. The age of the cell had begun. For over 150 years after Hooke, cells remained mysterious boxes. In 1831, Scottish botanist Robert Brown, studying orchids, noticed a small dark spot inside every plant cell. He called it the nucleus, the little nut at the cell's center. Brown didn't know its function, but he realized it was a key part of every cell. This discovery showed cells weren't empty, they had complex inner structures. The nucleus became a new focus for scientists, hinting at deeper secrets within the cell. Brown's work was a turning point, revealing that cells were more than just walls. Scientists now wondered, what else was inside? The mystery of the cell was just beginning to unfold. Brown had found the cockpit, now others would learn how it worked. By the 1830s, scientists had gathered many clues about cells, but there was still no unifying theory to explain what they truly were or how they worked. Then, botanist Matthias Schleiden made a bold declaration. All plants, no matter how big or small, were made of cells. Around the same time, zoologist Theodor Schwann discovered that animals too were built from these tiny units. This was a remarkable connection between the plant and animal kingdoms. Working together, Schleiden and Schwann crafted the first two parts of cell theory. All living things are made of cells, and the cell is the basic unit of life. This idea changed everything. It was a true breakthrough. Plants, animals, and every living thing on Earth shared the same fundamental building blocks. Suddenly, life seemed more connected than ever before. Schleiden and Schwann united centuries of scattered discoveries into one powerful, elegant idea that would shape science for generations. Their theory became the very foundation of modern biology, taught in classrooms and studied in labs around the world. Whether scientists were studying an elephant, a flower, or even a tiny insect, they now knew. At the heart of it all, it's about cells. But one big question remained. Where do new cells actually come from? The mystery of cell origin still puzzled everyone. Schleiden and Schwann believed new cells formed from the nucleus, but the real answer was still out of reach, waiting to be discovered. Their work set the stage for the final piece of the puzzle, inspiring future scientists to keep searching. The cell was no longer just a scientific curiosity. It was the secret to all life, the key to understanding living things. And so, the search for life's origins continued, driven by the questions Schleiden and Schwann helped bring to light. Even after cell theory, many believed life could appear from non-living matter. Louis Pasteur put this idea to the test in the 1860s. Using swan neck flasks, he showed that broth stayed clear unless exposed to dust and germs from the air. No life appeared unless microbes were introduced. Pasteur's experiments proved all cells come from pre-existing cells, ending the myth of spontaneous generation. This discovery completed cell theory and revolutionized medicine. It led to the germ theory of disease, pasteurization, and vaccines. Pasteur's work saved countless lives and changed science forever. The mystery of life's origins was finally solved. The cell, once invisible, was now the foundation of all biology.